Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So today we are going to discuss a question: why, how, when we came to this material world. And this is a question that not only atheists but even devotees, they want answer to this question. I mean, there is a spiritual world, there is a material world. So how come we came from the spiritual world to material world, or whether we were in the spiritual world at some point in time? How did we fall in this material world? When did we fall in this material world? So we get answer in our scriptures that how we got into this material world. So in our scriptures it is mentioned, कृष्ण बहिर्मुख है भोग वांछा करी निकटस्थ माया तारे झपटिया धरी. When as soon as we thought of enjoying independent of Krishna, keeping Krishna aside, not thinking about Krishna, we wanted to enjoy ourselves, use all the sense objects in our own service rather than deploying those objects in the service of Krishna. The Maya Devi was standing just close by. As soon as that thought crossed our mind, as a result, Maya Devi captured us and brought us in the material world. Now that sense gratification thought, using the objects in our gratification, in our service, this is called asat. This is called, false. In our scriptures it is mentioned that satsang chhadi kainu asate vilas te karane lagiliye karma ban fas. Means as soon as we thought that okay, let's leave satsang, means let's leave the eternal service of Krishna and let's do asat vilas. Asat vilas means indulge into sense gratification. Maya Devi, as a punishment, Maya Devi bound us by our neck through karam bandh, the law of karma. Maya Devi bound us by that rope. Now that rope is very, very strong, and that rope actually is made of three, very thin, very, very fine threads, which is called Sattva-guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. But when they were multiplied and they were, tied together again and again and again and again, so it became very strong rope. And now we are tied by that rope. Now question is, when we dropped into this material world, what happened? Why this happened? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, brings, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a very, renowned, and he's a pure devotee and is a renowned acharya in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur brought a very unique point, and it's a very practical one. Bhaktivinoda Thakur discusses in Jaiva Dharma that, suppose somebody is going, in a forest, and now there is a blind well, and that person unknowingly, unfortunately, falls into that well. Now, what should that person who has fallen into a blind well do? Whether that person should, start lamenting or start thinking, why did I, fall in this, ditch? How come, I was not careful? How did I fall? What did I do wrong? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that okay, you can conjecture, you can think about 100 million permutation and combination. It will not help. He said any intelligent person would first of all think how to get off this blind well. Now you see, that's very practical. Now suppose we have fallen down somehow or the other, we don't know. Suppose we have fallen down in a blind well, we should try our best to get out of this blind well. Why? Because when we get out of this blind well, we will immediately know how we fell into this blind well. And Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON, also made the same comment. He said, if you want to know how you came into this material world, you will have to first get out of this material world. As soon as you get out of this material world, you will immediately see why you fell into this material world. Today, because the time is short, because the time is very precarious, it is our duty not to fall into not to start keep conjecturing, not to keep thinking why, what and all. Right now our prime duty is to get out of this material world, and Srila Prabhupada informs us through the scriptures how we can get out of this material world, how we can get out of this blind well. We can get out of this blind well by the chanting of holy names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If we get out of this blind well by the strength of chanting of holy names, definitely we will know why we fell into that blind well. And when we will find the answer, the cause of our fall down in the material world, any sane person, any wise person will take a vow that we will never ever repeat this mistake again. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.